All right, Matthew from Maddie's Auto in Niagara. So this is a good one. This is another good diagnostic one that got towed in from an individual out there. I have yet to reach out, but she knew where we were going. She'll get to see the video. Still got some work to do because I'm gonna button up all the things that we're taking apart. But we basically have the 2008 Chev Silverado that the customer had an issue, I think. She had posted a video on my page. We had the wiring for the coil packs when we had that last big snowstorm. The gentleman apparently had this thing buried and something shorted, and then from then on it was a no crank, no start. The customer seems pretty knowledgeable. He had gone through and run some grounds and run some things on this engine to try and get it to crank. He had jumped the starter relay, got the engine to crank, but could never get it to fire. Well, guess what? I spent an hour or two this week, went through running, checking I started with the PCM and I started with the starting circuit. And again, this is another module one. And whenever you diagnose a module, it's important to rule everything else out before you condemn the module and go from there. But again, one-stop shop for Maddie's Auto Repair. So I went into this thing, attempted to communicate, checked for codes. I think the TCM had a code for lost communication with the PCM. I could communicate with the PCM for codes and codes only. When it came to checking data lists like the starter circuit and mass airflow and anything that had to do with the engine, I got a no communication on the scan tool, which was that right there was an indication we had an issue going on where either half of it was off the line or something was off the line. So went back to the diagrams, checked the ground for the PCM, checked the load tested the powers and the ground coming in. All were good. Rechecked the signal wire, load tested it from the PCM to the starter. That was good. We just weren't getting the signal from the PCM to turn this thing to crank over. And ultimately, again, it comes down to a module, checking all your feeds and everything. But today, I had ended up ordering a PCM brand new from Gandrud Chevy in Green Bay. And then we just finished with the programming appointment about a half hour ago. And she starts and runs. Engine's ticking a little bit. I don't know how long this thing hasn't been. It sounds like it's been a while since the last snowstorm. So we're gonna check into getting her an oil change and then button them up wiring and seeing what else she wants me to do. But we need to get this thing down the road and test driven. But again, another good one with a module, no crank, no start condition, back to the PCM. And at Maddie's Auto Repair, we were able to diagnose that down to the PCM, get a new PCM, and get it programmed here without shipping that off to the dealer. So I still got more stuff to get done today on Friday here, a couple other ones to look at, but this was an awesome one and would be an awesome one if I ended my day today. So make it a great Friday.